Have you ever told yourself, I'll get the LLC set up when I listen at 10K months, I'll do the bookkeeping when there's more to track, I'll set up the software when I actually need it. All makes sense responsibly. You're being realistic about where you are, right? But here's what the logic is actually doing. Keeping you from the very thing that gets to where you want to be. So today we're going to talk about why the I'll set it up later story is one of the most expensive decisions that you're making right now. What your money system actually do for your income, not like the correlation. The real reason why waiting feels logical and what's truly underneath, and then what it looks start before you go back, right? So if you've been putting the money foundation off until things feel more stable, this is going to be for you. It's not being behind, it's about understanding what actually the way. If we haven't met yet, I'm Aimee Cerka, money confidence coach and bookkeeper, and over the last 14 years, I've helped heart-centered entrepreneurs stop doing money from survival mode and come back into emotional and grounded power with their finance, all the areas. And every video, I give you real, honest conversation about money, not just the strategy side, but the emotional and the energetic pieces too. Because in my experience, you can't actually separate. Let's get. Welcome back to Money Simplified. Before we dive into this episode, if you have been telling yourself you will deal with the money later, I made something just free private podcast called Breaking the Money. 6 episodes is going to show you why the waiting keeping you stuck and what to do instead. Go to aimeecerka.com/money cycle to grab your access to the private podcast, and of course that link for you. So, let's get to it. Where does the wait till I'm ready story come from, right? Like, I'm going to wait until I hit this. It's not out of like a carelessness or lazy is not the right word. Like, again, it seems logical, right? But for most of us, what is actually going on is it's protection. We can logically justify this is what we need to do. This is why it's not important yet. This is why that. But we're protecting ourselves from the thing that we are afraid of, the thing that we don't want to see, the thing that we don't want to know. We don't know what it means about us, but up, right? And on top of it all, we've like built this layer of, oh, I'm just not a numbers person. Oh, it's just time yet. And we do it from the space we feel like that's the right thing. But not logic. So here's the thing. When we do this, when we wait to get our ducks in a row, when we're not setting up our LLC, when we're not keeping our books, when we don't know what our numbers are, we are running blind. The numbers themselves is what creates clarity. The thing that we're running away from is all the meaning that we put on the numbers. If you don't have a personal budget, you don't know what your business actually needs to generate to take care of your family. You don't have a business budget, you don't know what your business actually needs. You could be making a tremendous amount more than you, but we're looking at the bank account thinking, oh, okay, I don't have enough. Our bank account is not our budget, right? If you're not doing your book and you're flying by, you don't know what's profitable, you don't know what's going in. And I would also look at, like, if you have a bookkeeper, the bookkeeper is recording the numbers. You still have to be hands-on. You still have to know what's going on. Because let's say I'm a bookkeeper, right? I'm recording numbers. I don't know that you canceled this one subscription, but I've seen it come in. We'll say video, right? Okay, you're paying video every single month, So it's a known thing. I see it all the time. So you canceled video, but I'm not aware. So I don't flag it as something that we need to, like, hey, we're not supposed to pay for this anymore. Or it's something you've forgotten about. And part of what I do with my book clients, we have a quarterly private coaching call. We can go over some of these that I help you identify, okay, what are we double paying for? But again, that only works if we're actually looking at the numbers. If we have the clarity of what the numbers are. Now, if you listen to episode 252, we talked about like you've been in the survival mode for so long and coming back after the survival mode, you probably know why you, and 253 as well with a follow up for that. Miss those two episodes? Go listen to those two first, of course, right? But those two were really key episodes where we started talking. We started talking about the pattern that's going on, because these patterns are running the show subconsciously. So we are looking at like, hey, this is what's going on at a surface level, but all the decisions, all of the things that's going on that's causing you to want to do those things, those patterns are all subconscious. And again, that's really what we dive into in By Breaking the Money Cycle. There's like those 6 episodes, those 6 beliefs that I help you shift of like, hey, this is actually what's been running the show. This is why we haven't seen the results when you've done all the work, or this is why you don't want to do the work. And again, that's Cerka.com/money cycle. That link is in the show. That's your next step. Because every single month that goes by, and really I would say week, day, week, we can compound it, right? Every single month, every single year that goes by without creating this foundation is another month that we're not making decisions from a clear space. We're still in survival. Whether that means you're undercharging, whether that means you're stuck on the feast famine roller coaster, feast for famine roller coaster. There's like, you are just jumping from thing to thing to thing. You are not grounded in the power. And we're stuck in this cycle. And what's worse, we make the cycle worse because it's just creating more work for you. So we keep not showing up fully. We pull back energetically because we don't really want to hit those goals. Because if we did hit those goals, all this work would suddenly become important. I don't want to. That's part of why my budgeting systems are set up the way that they are set. Because it picks, right? It's a seamless transition between you investing in your business and you paying yourself. That's one of the biggest right? But if you know it's going to create more work for you to hit that goal and you're not ready for the more work, you don't have a plan in place, you don't have the systems in place, you don't have the things set up. If you're not set up to take on 10 new clients tomorrow, guess what's not going to show up? 10 new clients. Because energetically, you know you can't handle it, so you don't show up. You close yourself off from it. This is so much of the work that we do because we need to do the numbers, right? We have to look at the numbers because the numbers are just the numbers, right? Numbers themselves, like calendars up there, like those things they don't hurt you, right? It's the meaning that we put behind everything. Those patterns, those things that have been running the show. So we keep delaying the thing that we need to work on. And we feel like, oh yeah, we're doing great because I'm working on the thing that I need to, but really we're just perpetuating the cycle. You don't build the boat after it starts raging, right? We build the boat first. You don't have to have it all together to start. Easier to start. You build the boat now, this analogy's kind of breaking down, but you build the boat now so the boat has somewhere, the income has somewhere to land. So the rising tide can lift your ship. You're not drowning because you didn't build a boat. Ship. Gotta start. We have to work on these things because I'm gonna wait until this is in place. I'm gonna wait to put the SOPs in place until I fire. I'm going to wait to do the bookkeeping. I'm going to wait to set up my LLC. All of those waiting things causes so many more problems because we know we're not ready for the next level. You do the work now, so it's prepared. We've sowed the seeds, right? We're sitting there. We're going to cross-reference. All right, Alex. If you're sitting there praying for rain, this analogy is in the Bible, right? You're sitting there praying for rain for your crops, but you haven't planted the seed. The crops aren't going to grow. This work, these systems, these things, this is your seed. Do the work so that when the rain comes, your efforts are rewarded. We have to stop putting this off. Can't put seed after it rains, start to harvest. Because then you're running around playing catch up. And that's exactly what so many entrepreneurs do. Because it's like, I don't need it yet. I don't need it yet. I should figure this out myself. I should be able to handle it myself. Think about this. It's crazy. Like, it's an amazing industry that we're in, especially those of us in the online service. Like the overhead that we don't have to handle. But can you imagine like a restaurant? I'm not going to buy plates until I have the customers. Ain't nobody with that. We've got to have the foundation. You got to be able to pay people. We have to have the HR thing. We have to have all of those pieces in place. You can't skip it just because you're in an online service-based industry or e-com, whatever it might be, like that landscaping, all of those service industries. Stop skipping it. Just because we don't have a physical location doesn't mean that it's not important. We got to start somewhere. One system, right? If this language today, I highly encourage you breaking the money cycle is where you go next. Okay? Free private podcast that takes the conversation like further. You can release it in deeper layers, like deep 6 different shifts, and it shows you the way out. So, aimeecerka.com/money cycle. The link's also in the show notes. Remember, you got this. See you next. Bye for now.